This video will be a somewhat shorter video. We're going to take a program we've already used and we're going to learn how to compile it in a different way. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of work on our command line just to review some things. Remember that we can look down there. There's our examples. So we'll CD our way down to that with a tab. Take a look in there. We have prog1 and prog2. We'll go ahead and make a directory for prog3. And now we have all three of them there. We'll go into prog2 and we'll take a look there. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy prog2, CP, prog2c over to that directory examples, prog3. Looks like that succeeded, so we'll take this right here. We'll CD our way to prog3. Go back to the top. And in prog3 we have that. We will rename it prog2c to prog3c. And now we've got that. Now we know that if we were to go ahead and pull up the compiler the way we've done it before, if we do gcc -wall -std is equal to C99 -pedantic, and then we'll take our prog3c and we'll turn it into an output of add prog. We'll call it add prog3. We know we can do that. If I've typed that in correctly, then what will happen here is we now have an add prog3 that is a program as well as our prog3 file. So we can do that. The problem with that is that you're going to have to type that out every single time for every single file. And the first problem is it's long-winded for one file, but at later times you're going to be compiling multiple files and you're just really not going to be wanting to do that all in this command line operation. Now, in most cases, you'll do a makefile, spelled with a capital M or a lowercase m, and you can just type make and it'll go straight to that file. However, that means that you have to change that makefile every time you try a new project. So what we're going to do is we're going to establish a standard so we can have a consistent way of looking at makefiles we can have for each of our projects. We will go back to the top. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do a gedit, and we're going to make up a makefile. We'll call it prog3mf for makefile. And we'll do our ampersand here, and we'll pull that up in the screen. We'll have a blank screen to start with here. And what we're going to do is set some things up here that we'll put into a standard makefile. This is not difficult. You can find this anywhere online, although you really do want to find it in the standardized way. This is the way that's required to do it for our course. So we'll do it this way. We'll set our CC, which is a variable name effectively, to our standard compiler. We'll set our debug to -G, which is a switch to turn on debugger. And you'll find that helps you a little later on for other reasons. We're going to set a variable called lflags to -wall. You've seen this before. -std equals C99 -pedantic. And we're going to throw in the debug. And the way you make that happen is you show a $sign and you say, I'm using this as a variable. What I'll come down here is do is add prog3. This is my final result here. With a colon, I'm going to do prog3c, and this has to be a tab right here. So I'm tabbing my way in. I do a $cc, so I'm going to take what's in cc. We know what that is. Then I'm going to do a $lflags, which we also know includes the debug. And then I'm going to do prog3c. I'm going to tell it make me an output of add prog 3. And that's all we really need. However, there's another handy little tool you can put into a makefile. Actually, there's a lot of them, but this is all that's required for this class here. We'll do a clean with a colon. Again, we'll do a tab, and we'll do a \rm, which is for remove, add prog 3. Now, what this is going to do is anytime I call this makefile with a clean behind it, and we'll see that in a moment, then it will remove add prog 3. So we'll go ahead and save this, and we will come back out to our command line here. And now what we can do is we can do a make-f, which just tells it it's going to use a file. We'll do prog 3 mf, and we have it painted out there. And in fact, now if we look, we've got our add prog 3. We can do our program and do our numbers here and run the program. So I want to reset this here. I want to do the ls again. Now notice that we've got the add prog 3 is the program here, and then the other items. Now, what if I do this right here? If I bring up the command line here and I add the name clean beside it there. So it'll remove that, and then when I look here, I'll see that my program is in fact gone. Now right now, removing one program is not that big a deal. But again, later on when you have multiple files, you're going to have quite a bit more in terms of files to delete. There'll be object files to delete as well as the executable file to delete. So that's going to be about it here. We will go ahead and go back and wrap this up and get prepared for the next video.